Welcome to Toffee TV. This is a new show, Toffee Room 101. Basically, I quite like Room 101 and thought we should have a little bit of light-heartedness into our lives as well. Now things are...
See, this channel's not light-hearted.
Well, a bit more. You know, now things are looking up for Everton.
Yeah.
And, you know, we're not having to get spreadsheets out every week and be depressed and wonder if our club's going to even exist. Then it's time to have a little bit of fun as well. And I think Room 101 is a bit of fun. And therefore, this is the first show. And I think you're the perfect guest for this. So, we're going to get straight into it. So, basically, the premise of the show is going to be one Everton thing you want to put in Room 101. We'll go with one football thing you want to lash in Room 101. And then one everyday thing in life that you would like to put in Room 101. And you basically have to explain to me why you're putting it in there, and we'll have a little discussion about it. So let's kick it off. What is your Everton thing that you want to put in Room 101?
Right, well, there's just so many, I suppose, you could think of. Donuts, men's toilets, so many. But you know what? I've gone for a slightly serious one. Well, it's not. It's a very serious one, I believe, and this is why I want to put it in. It's Everton owning their own history, right? This absolutely drives me mad, right? Right. So, of course, when you watch this, it is 30 years since Everton have won a trophy. I fully that's we all feel the pain of that. We all understand that. But Everton seem to have this thing where they're not prepared now to look back at certain things with any kind of glee on. So you get a load of the 85 team. I get that, that's amazing. But that's 40 years ago now. You know, obviously you go back a bit further, you have to go to the 69, 70 and then 66, and a lot of those people have passed away and stuff, so it's a little bit difficult anyway. But I feel really sorry for the 1995 Everton team that won the FA Cup. They are the last people who won something, and I know we get ridiculed and other people will make light of the fact, but those people still deserve their moments in the sun, and I'd never feel like they get it. And also, so I think within the new ground, I believe there's no trophy room either. Now, I remember growing up and going in the trophy room at Goodison, and it was amazing. I know it hasn't been there for the last few years, and I know they've just had the European Cup and the league on show, or the European Cup and Cup, and so why aren't we why don't we proudly show off our history? Why don't we have somewhere where we can go, look at all these trophies that won, get replicas of all those league trophies, all those FA Cups, the European Cup Winners' Cup, all the things that we did, and show them off proudly. So Everton not owning its own history and throwing in Room 101, because Everton, Toffee Room 101, because I just feel like it really does annoy me. It's a big part of our history, and just because for 30 years people haven't been able to replicate that, this is a new era. The people who were really here for the last 30 years, who should be really embarrassed about with themselves and are not here at the club any longer. So I say embrace the history, embrace whatever's gone on in the past, give us a trophy room, and let's celebrate what we have done, because we have many fine achievements at Everton, and you can't just whitewash them because we haven't won anything in 30 years, and there's an embarrassment for that.
It is weird. It's very weird, because obviously you should look back and celebrate. It's what keeps everything going. It's what keeps reinforcing standards. It's what keeps reinforcing when you're standing up for your football club, why you're a big football club, why you're one of the elites, why you're one of the biggest clubs in the history of football. I think there's only Manchester United and Liverpool who've won trophies in as many decades as what Everton have done. And you're right, there was the thing in the shop, the old shop, which didn't even reference the 95 Cup winning side, but referenced the 2009
losers,
FA Cup team that lost. So you're absolutely right. It is something I think Everton need to embrace. There's obviously the David France collection or whatever as well in the library, of course, in Liverpool City Library.
There's not even a museum in the new ground.
No, that's what I'm saying.
These things are poor.
So really, Everton need to find a way of displaying this, because when you are bringing kids up as Evertonians and you want to go in and go, look, we have won stuff, we haven't won it for a while, and that is a source of embarrassment and should be. but we have been historically successful, but still won the 4th most leagues, haven't we, joint with Man City, or is it
we're behind them now.
Are we now? So we're in the top 5 for the most leagues ever in history of football. So we should be celebrating it. So fair play. I will allow that into Room 101 because it is something that Everton need to correct.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's your Everton 101. What is your football? Because in an era where football's becoming increasingly annoying and in some respects sad, what is your football thing?
I'm going Route 1 for Toffee Room 101. Liverpool Football Club, gang of bastards. Gang of absolute bastards. I've been trying to make our lives miserable for as long as I have been on this planet. Before I was on this planet, it was all right. Where I was fine.
Feel like you're a jinx?
No.
Okay.
No.
Fine.
That gang of bastards. They are just horrible en masse. They are just... They came, we shouldn't have allowed them to exist. We should have put our foot down.
Or hand in our pocket.
Hand in our pocket, foot down, done whatever we needed to do to make sure they were never created. And then again, we have allowed them to get to where they are because we're just too nice of a football club. We should have been the gang of bastards who just at every turn was just like slapping them down. And we didn't, and we've produced this horrible thing,
like a spoiled little brother. That's what it is.
You know, there's just like certain countries in the world and you just go, God, that's a horrible country. That's how I equate Liverpool. They're just horrible. They just appear. The people who live in those countries thinks it's fine because they have like an evil dictator telling them it's all good, but everyone on the outside's like, you're a gang of knobheads. And Liverpool Football Club have got that. They don't understand. Their fans are like, wow, isn't this great? God, we're going to go and learn this new dance, or we're going to go and get a guitar out and sing with all the lads, and it's going to be great. Or
not very good at paddle.
It's going to be brilliant. It's going to be amazing. Blah blah blah. Oh, we lost in Ukraine, whatever. But it was boss with Sam. Dua Lipa was there, so now she's a fan. No, she fucking isn't. She probably hates you as much as everybody else. Anyway,
don't you think it's devil's advocate? Is it not good to have that city rivalry?
No, it's not, because it's not a city rivalry, is it? It's like having one of these, I don't know. It's just like a new world order of shit. It's just they shouldn't be allowed to exist.
Okay.
And I feel like we are far too nice about them far too often. Like, we won't get our little roll of bread off them now and again. Do you know what I mean? It's like, fuck them, let's take the whole loaf, the bastards. Horrible that everything's wrong with football. And, you know, I don't get to say that very often because I do keep my powder dry. And I just took this opportunity to just throw them in there. Throw them in there. And in fact, throw them in there and then, like, get Room 101 and blast it into space.
Okay.
And, like, you know, go past the moon.
Okay.
With it.
The dark side of the moon.
Absolutely.
Okay. I ruined the show, but fair play. I'll let you have it, because they often, some of them can be the worst winners and they're definitely the worst losers. Yeah. Because they just, it is. They do make our lives difficult as Evertonians, and I'll let you have that.
Thank you.
I don't think there'd be many Evertonians who would stop you putting them, or a lot of football fans actually, putting them in Room 101. Okay, that's the football out the way. Give me your thing in general life or history or whatever that you want to consign to Room 101.
The world's a terrible place. It's full of terrible people. It's social media has become a just horrible place. There is no unity anywhere, you know, on all the sides of the aisle. But I think my one thing will bring everyone together in harmony, and I think everyone will agree with me. It's those bastards who sit in the outside lane for about a mile, right, knowing they're going to turn right. You've got James's at the next junction. Honest to God, they are the worst human beings ever. Get out the lane. I am going past you and I can't because you're just sitting in the lane because you're going to turn right about a mile down the road. You're not turning right in the next 100 yards. There is loads and loads of road to go. Get in the other lane, sitting there for a bit, because that's how fast you are. And then when it comes, put your indicator back on, and some nice person will let you go through and turn right at those lights. Stop sitting in the lane, laying out to drive. You're a knobhead. And I think...
Aren't they just scared they won't get back in?
Well, then
if don't... They leave the lane, aren't they frightened they won't get back in?
Get the bus then. Because if you're scared to drive, and that's what you're scared to drive on, you shouldn't be allowed a driving licence. It should be part of the driving test. No,
how you react in the outside lane.
If you sit in the outside lane and there's like a mile, you should be told, get out the lane now. In a mile, we're going to be turning right. And if you sit in there, that lane, when you get to the lights, the fella should just say, pull over there for us, mate, because that's an instant dismissal and you can never take a test ever again. Here's a bus pass. Good luck with that. Take the car off them. Good luck with that, say. Bus pass for the rest of your life.
Just out of interest, who would be said person to pull them over and take car off?
The driving tester should have that.
But say they do what they need to do to get through the test, but then they become a prolific right lane sitter once they've got their own vehicle.
I think it should be. You can be pulled over for obviously speeding and dangerous driving and all that thing. I think if you're in that lane and a police car follows you for a mile and you then decide to go right, and you have been going at a speed that is not sufficient, then I think basically it's 5 to 7 years in jail.
Feels a bit harsh when prisons
it might be. No, create new prisons where for the whole time you're in there,
you've got to learn.
You have to watch F1, right? For the whole time you're in there, right? You have to just watch.
That's not going to help them. There's no right lane turns in F1.
I didn't say it was going to help them. I just said it's like the punishment for them that they have to watch other people drive.
Before I can allow this into the vaults, right? The room 101, Toffee room 101. What is the criteria? Because those people could sit in the right lane and could argue away they only made the decision to turn right 200 yards out. No. So what is the criteria?
The criteria
the ones who put a right lane indicator on and you can't even see a right lane.
No. The criteria is if I'm driving down the road and I want to go past you. And you're sitting in that lane, you should, no matter what, whether you're turning,
as long as the space in
front of me. If you're turning, you should go to the next lane, because that's how driving works. Driving is whatever you're on, those lanes are only there. It's like if you're on a motorway. If you're on a motorway, equally, anyone who sits in the middle lane on a motorway should have this done to them also. You sit in the inside lane.
That is annoying.
And then you overtake.
It's annoying.
And that's the point.
Do you think enough people know that?
No, they don't. They obviously
know about motorways, though, because so many people sit in the middle lane and they're getting undertaken and overtaken, obviously, and they don't think, why is this happening?
Most issues on motorways are because of people who sit in the middle lane, because it doesn't free up. People sit in the outside lane as well. It clogs up the whole motorway system because people don't know how to drive. So anyone who sits in the middle lane, this is for you as well. You're a gang of knobheads. I'll tell you that to your face.
Can you be a gang if it's just one?
Well, there's a load of them now doing it. So on a motorway, you sit in the inside lane, and then when you want to overtake, you go into the middle lane. And then if the person in the middle lane's not going fast enough, you go on that. But all the time, you should be returning back to the lane next to you one by one. That's how driving works. So if I want to overtake you, I'll overtake you, and if there's a clear road ahead, I will go in the inside lane as well, because I know how to drive. I know how to drive. So anyone who
have been a taxi driver, though.
Exactly.
They are not.
They are knobheads. Taxi drivers are knobheads, by the way. Taxi drivers. There's this mad new thing called an indicator. Couldn't they know how to use it?
They're not just taxi drivers either. A lot of people seem to have an issue with using an indicator.
Anyway,
I don't know why.
Anyway,
but that's a different thing.
I'll allow you for the time being. Unless you sit in that and don't indicate when you go.
What if they sit, just for argument's sake, before we finish? What if they sit in the outside lane doing the speed limit?
No, I don't care. I don't care. That's got nothing to do with me or them. If they see someone behind them,
they shouldn't
get out of the lane, because they are still driving.
If there's space to the left,
they are still driving wrong. You are not supposed to just sit in in an outside lane. You sit in the inside lane.
Okay.
That's the point.
Yeah.
And when it's time to move to indicate, that's when you indicate.
Okay.
You're a gang of knobheads and you should be shot into the sun. It's as simple as that.
Feels a bit
there
hard.
should be rockets about to take
I thought
off.
we were getting 5 to 7 years watching F1. There's a very... Now,
Do you know how long it takes to get to the sun?
I don't know, why have you got other...
I didn't say what the
other punishments?
No. The 5 and 7 to 7 years is how long it takes to get to the sun.
Watching F1.
Watching
in some-
F1.
Okay.
And then shot into the sun.
Okay. Again, feels aggressive, but okay. I'll let you have it. I'll let you have it.
I don't mind. I'm here to spill.
It's your thing. It's yours. It's yours. So okay.
Exactly.
I will allow that to go into room 101. People who don't indicate sit in the outside lane, particularly on the motorway, middle lane hoggers, or even outside lane hoggers who go past people, and there's a big 200, 300 foot yard space in the middle lane, and they continue to sit there not doing anything. So you have now been put in room 101 in the vault. Ped, that is good. Get that off your chest, my friend. There you go. Let us know what you think. Any of Ped's points you want to argue with, or do you want to back him? Let us know in the comments section below. Look out for more of these. Like, subscribe, do all that stuff. See you later.